Check, check, check. 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2.
Check 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
Hello?
Testing. 1,
Test
2.
1, 2,
Test.
3.
Oh, we're on the speaker. I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're on the speaker back there, so we're going to have to be careful for feedback.
Oh, I don't like hearing my voice. Cool. Let's go.
Yeah,
Just
no.
tune it out.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. Tune it out. All right, we sound good.
Sound good.
All right, if y'all are ready,
Well,
we'll
let's cut them here.
let's cut them. All right.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's here. Mule Day 2026 in Columbia, Tennessee. Welcome in under the tent. We are street side this year, not on the porch like we usually are, but
Starlight.
we are out here straight on West 7th Street. Lewis Maddox, Sarah Elizabeth, Ellie Grace, Drake Pugh, Peyton Calvert, Brady Carr on the call as well. And this is going to be, I think, a record-breaking year for Mule Day. It's already completely filled down West 7th Street as we're
They
sitting
were
here.
putting chairs out yesterday.
Yes, they were.
And then they started, I saw trucks being parked up at the Columbia Plaza where the post office is on like Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it is packed. And we also have the owner-operator of
Yes, we do.
WKRM 101.7 and 103.7, Dale Kennedy, with us. We're having to switch some headsets. But this is our first year on the pavement as Front Porch Radio.
Hello, Sarah Elizabeth. Y'all have a great broadcast. It's Delk. Have a good time. But what a great setup. You've got a camera right here on the parade route.
Yeah, we do, and we are happy to have it.
So
yes.
In previous years, Doug, we've been on the porch and had a camera out here in your truck posted up on the street.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this year, we're here. You
Okay.
know,
We're right in the middle of it.
We've had some people get in front of us with tents before, so
Yes.
now we're the ones with the tent
tents
on
in
the
front
street.
of us.
Y'all are set up and good to
So
go.
we're going to get a front row view to everything. Parade has not started yet. We're still waiting on them to make the turn onto West 7th from Carmack Boulevard.
We just heard the bell at the event center go off, so that means the parade will be starting soon.
Yes,
Yep.
and it is, the theme this year is Red, White, and Mule to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States of America.
All right. Okay, word of advice, though, folks. I've heard people in the past talk about this. Talk about the entry that is on camera right now.
Got it.
Okay.
Will do.
We will do that.
There we go.
We are getting, as a parade coverage team, we are building a rapport with one another, and we are getting better every parade we do.
Oh, y'all are a
Absolutely.
finely tuned machine. It's awesome.
And we are so appreciative of our listeners coming by and saying hello. We
Yes.
love that. We are community servants ourselves, and we just love to be in our hometown today.
And
Come by and join us on the porch. Watch
Yeah.
the parade. We'd love to have you.
You can come by. We've got a speaker set up so you can listen to our broadcast on WKRM and WKOM 101.7 and 103.7. But Sarah Elizabeth, for a lot of people that are visiting Columbia today and maybe set up in just a remote location that they probably have never even seen before, tell them about the route a little bit. Where does it start? Where does it end?
It starts at Carmack Boulevard, and it turns on up Garden Street, and then it turns left onto West 7th Street, and it comes up West 7th Street, goes to the forks in the road, goes to the West 7th Street side, goes all the way out to James Campbell Boulevard, and then connects back to Murray County Park.
And then a lot more festivities where the parade ends at the park, right?
Yes, the park is a happening place. We went out there yesterday. Fried Oreos,
That sounds delicious.
funnel cakes, lemonade, shaved ice,
Love it.
turkey legs. You know it. It is a smorgasbord. Oh, big word today.
There it is.
There it is.
Of food and vendors, a lot of wonderful craft vendors. Brady and his team, they do a fantastic job getting the park ready for everybody and getting everybody out there. And it's really neat to see how the park has changed over time. But I will tell about a historic parade route, because everybody knows I do the history for the show. The historic route, they would line up the other way.
Okay.
So they would line up at where the parade ends. That's where they would line up, and they would come towards the courthouse and go around the courthouse, and then go out North Main Street and go to Riverwalk Park, which was Pillow Park at the time. That's where they had the football games and everything back in the day. Of course, it floods. But my mom talks about seeing the stuff over in Riverwalk Park when
Now,
she was a child.
At that time, were there festivities along with Mule Day at the park?
Murray County Park did not exist at that moment.
Okay, so
that
then
was
it
an
made a little more
experiment station.
sense.
Yes,
Okay.
it was a UT experiment station. They studied mules out there, and they had mule breeding program out there. It's a really neat story if you don't know it. And that just ties us to our mule roots, right, Brady?
Well, and one thing we don't have to worry about this weekend is a flood.
Right.
Riverside or anywhere else. We have got glorious weather. If you're not making it down to the parade, go to the park. There's going to be the pulls still going on. We have the biggest pull this year that we have had in probably decades. 70 teams in the pool.
Ooh, wow.
From Pennsylvania, Michigan, Ohio, Texas, Florida, Missouri, you name it.
And
we got the best pullers in the country.
Right, and they're all shapes and sizes of mules.
All shapes, sizes, and colors. You bet on that.
It is so fun to go watch that because you really see the work ethic of a mule.
Oh, yeah.
And they will help you, but they also can be stubborn.
Yeah.
They will also kick you out of nowhere.
Yes, they will.
But they are beautiful animals, and what a treasure we have that we honor this work animal for the agriculture.
You know, Sarah Elizabeth, my family used mules a lot back in the day. My uncle was a mule trader who was very involved in Mule Day, but I remember my grandfather talking about his dad using mules to pull the plows and all that stuff on their farm. And when he got a tractor the first time in 1952, he didn't know what to do to stop it, and he kept yelling "whoa" at it as if it was a mule.
Well, yeah, our family was farmed. Our family had mules. We had a big black mule named Hat. I do not know how she got that name, but we had Hat for a long time. I did not ever get to meet her, but my mom has some very hilarious stories with Hat.
Oh, I'm sure.
But they plowed the farm that we live on now. So today's parade, the Grand Marshal is Sterling Marlin, native Murray Countyan. He is one of the NASCAR's top 75 drivers. He won the Daytona 500 in 94 and 95.
A rare occurrence to back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
Back-to-back is rare.
And also about Sterling, he may be stopping by here to talk to us.
Oh, well, we don't stop the parade, Drake.
No, I just got a message.
Nothing stops parade.
Nothing stops the parade. You keep moving. But he's also in the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame and the Fairgrounds Speedway Hall of Fame. The Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville is historic in itself. And that's where some of the NASCAR drivers we have seen, Dale Waltrip and all of them, got their start in racing.
Yeah, right downtown Nashville.
Right downtown Nashville. And what is really cool about that track, it was also the harness racing track at one time.
I didn't know that.
I didn't
because
either.
harness racing was the precursor to NASCAR.
Okay. Yeah.
And we have our own famous harness racer from here, Pop Jeers.
Pop Jeers, yeah,
I
absolutely.
wrote my thesis on, and eventually I'll finish my book on him. But he was wonderful. It was wonderful. But we're so glad to have Sterling Marlin as the Grand Marshal. He's also known as the Columbia Comet.
Okay, that's a great nickname.
I know.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
If you could get a nickname, that's what you could do. And he raced for 33 years. He did 748 races, 10 wins, and 216 top 10s, and 11 poles. So
Wow.
Yeah, super cool.
That's quite a career.
quite a career. And then there's some other honorees in the parade as well. I'm getting my paperwork, and I didn't bring a clipboard today, y'all. So the honorary Grand Marshal is Buddy and Patsy Kennedy. They have been members of the Murray County Bridle and Saddle Club since 1990, and they began helping with Mule Day. And Buddy has helped with just about everything from setting up stalls to hooking up the PA system for mule shows.
Buddy does a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
A lot of people have been around here a long time. Probably remember Buddy's Tires over on James Campbell. That's Buddy.
Yeah, that's Buddy. So he served on the mule train for over 20 years as a scout, and then later pulling the water trailer for the group. That is very important job. But they both say the thing they love most about Mule Day is people. And what a crowd we have today.
Huge.
I hope people are wearing their SPF 50 or 60. There's going to be a lot of sunburn,
Yeah,
y'all.
and speaking of that, we'll go ahead and I can't believe that we didn't mention the weather today until Brady said something about the weather. But 74 and sunny right now. We're going to get to about 80 degrees up around 2 p.m. through 4 p.m. Going to be around 80, and then we'll tail off from there. But 11 degrees above average for this time of year. I always say that Mule Day is the best holiday in the calendar year for me personally, but it's really only the best holiday when it's not 30 degrees and snowing or raining.
Or tornado warnings,
Tornado,
this time of
whatever.
year you could have anything in Tennessee.
It's the best holiday of the year when it is exactly like it is right now, and we'd love for you to come down here and join us on the parade route. Come say hey, come listen to our broadcast, or just enjoy the parade from wherever you are listening to us, and we appreciate it as we're here in front of WKRM Studios.
And we're not actually on Front Porch Radio. We're on Front Porch Radio.
No,
but
it's
we're
Front
not,
Row Radio
it's
today. Front Row Radio.
There you go.
Here we go. It's going to be a great day. And, they talk about Chamber of Commerce weather.
There you
This
go.
is it.
This is it. This is it.
When W.D. Hastings helped create Mule Day with Gilbert Orr and all them back in the day, this is what they envisioned.
This is what they hope for.
This is what they hope for. Now, the clothing has changed, though, Brady. People
Oh, Lord,
would come
you see them old pictures, and you see men in their fedoras, everybody lined up in every building downtown, up on the roofs, three-piece suits, you name it, they were
hats,
styling.
gloves, everything.
Styling.
You dressed up to come to Mule Day. Now, they would probably think we were pretty primitive in our blue jeans and our overalls.
This is dressed up to me.
I know.
Yeah, this is
t-shirt.
dressed up
Boots,
for
a little
us.
collared shirt, yeah.
Heck yeah, Mule Day shirt, whatever. What else you got to have?
Yeah, exactly.
When the cowboy boots get broken out, that's when I consider it dressing up.
Yes,
me
yes,
too.
exactly.
We're on our Southern Columbia best today.
Yeah, that's
I am currently sporting the Mule Day auction contest hat from yesterday. It was such an awesome event.
A very fantastic event. The Columbia Breakfast Rotary has been doing that for 15 years. And my dad was a part of that group, and they give scholarships to unit schools, Culleoka, Santa Fe, and Hampshire. We had a lot of wonderful auctioneers yesterday, and it was it was attended fantastically.
It was.
Well,
It was great.
they in their scholarships, I talked to the Eddies
Yes,
last year when I was
yes,
putting together the
yes.
magazine. Over $75,000 in scholarships they've raised with that event.
Yes, and they do such a wonderful, and that helps. And you can do 4 years. You can get 4 years
Yep.
if you get it as a senior, and if you turn in your paperwork and everything, you can continue to get it all.
Well, you
4
know, that's
years.
an example of the
your
many
works,
things
yes.
that kind of piggyback on the Bridle and Saddle Club on Mule Day, and we love it. We have the pancake breakfast, the Bloodies and Biscuits,
Yes.
the Lions Club out at the park, the Mount Pleasant Lions Club. This is huge for their annual fundraising events at
Yes.
Mule Day, and we're so glad to be a part of all of those operations.
We've actually got our first float of the day, unofficially.
Yeah.
On the parade route.
Oh, yes,
There's
the little jump, yeah.
We got a
there's
visual
remote
of it right now.
There's
Yeah.
a remote control car on the stream right now that is actually pretty quick, and this kid is
He's
obviously
bolting
a
with it.
professional driver. He's
I
been
do
on
know
his best
that-
Sterling Marlin impression with that car.
There you go.
I do know that the equines and the mules do not like such.
No, the little car will have to go somewhere
it
else
will.
in a few moments.
Yes, yes.
But it is such a fun day, and we've gotten to see friends we haven't seen in a lot. This is also like a homecoming for people that don't
Family reunion.
moved away and have come home to see everybody. It's so neat, and then you bring your friends from college. I remember bringing a carload of people
Yep.
home for this, and you brought a carload from
did,
Knoxville.
yes, I did, yeah.
So it's just it's very neat and very fantastic.
Yeah, we got in last night from Knoxville about 7 o'clock, and it was already packed down the line of West 7th Street, chairs the whole way down. And especially, it's always interesting to see the main spot that always catches me before the day of the parade is
Columbia-
Fred's, or
yeah.
Columbia Plaza up there
Yeah.
where Fred's used to be. It's always just completely packed out. That's the premier
Trucks,
seating.
Yeah, trucks, flatbeds, you name it. So where we're standing today used to be you could pull your car straight in. This was not parallel parking
Right.
when I was a kid.
Right.
And you would bring your truck the night. We would have to bring
Night
the
before,
truck the
yep.
night before and park it. And one time one of our trucks got towed. That was who got that building at that time.
Well,
but
who did that?
I
Come on.
know.
It's Mule
but
Day.
it is Mule Day. But anyway, that's just another story for another time. But I have been in this very spot most of my life watching Mule Day.
It is a great spot. There's no doubt. You see everybody, everything, and
You're right in the middle.
And it's live feed, so if you're not, if you're hearing our voice, you can go online and watch it.
I
Yes,
actually
it's
know some Columbians from Knoxville that were not able to make the trip down to Knoxville today. So I've told them that they can go ahead and watch it on TV now, which
I
is
know. It's
not
so
TV,
fun.
but pretty much TV as you're watching on the live stream, which is a really cool thing. But as you mentioned,
And where exactly can they find it at?
this is on our Facebook page at WKOM on Facebook, at WKOM on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
There you go.
Then you can get on the radio 101.7 WKOM.
Or 103.7.
Also on 103.7 WKRM. And you can also find the live stream and the audio stream on our website at WKRMradio.com.
I believe they have made the corner, y'all.
I see emergency vehicles coming around the corner.
I see 'em.
Well,
We're getting
before
close.
the man mule of the year in 2026 is Thomas Summers. He loves mules. He started from a young age, and he made his first appearance in the Mule Day Parade in 1978.
Oh, wow.
So he shows mules and drives them in the parade. And so we're so glad he got the honor of Mule Man of the Year. We've got winners of things. We'll talk about that in a little bit as people come through and everything. But do remember, after the parade, there's more things to do. So go to the park. Go to Murray County Park. Now, it will take you a little bit to get out there.
Yep.
Well, they'll
patient.
have 3 lanes going in on both ways.
Okay.
So they'll have it closed down to where you can get in pretty quick. Going to be a little traffic, but they'll have 3 lanes in coming from both Hampshire Pike and Land Parkway. So,
And the best thing to think about is that for us personally, we got to stay here and take all this radio setup down. So by the time we get done with work,
Well, it'll be fine. We'll get there.
traffic
We'll
clears
get
out a little bit,
yeah.
and then we can just go straight to the park. But yeah, for the younger people, like everybody that's just pulled up outside of our
Hello,
set right here,
friends.
we've got my sister here that's brought all of her buddies, and here's Coker Scott and Tucker Scott also. But the parade is one thing, but as you just mentioned, there's more stuff to do after the parade. And to us, that's the funnest part of the day.
Oh,
is,
yes.
is to be able to, leave the parade and then hang out with all your friends that you haven't seen in a long time.
Exactly.
Along with your friends from college, and then you make new relationships. And I think that we were just talking about that earlier. Me and Peyton came down from Knoxville. And it's just that important to us.
Absolutely.
And it's that
Louis.
important to everybody else.
And my friends that were at MTSU with me back in the day, they're from Georgia.
Oh,
and they
okay.
usually go home on the weekends. And they said, not this weekend.
No.
We're going with Sarah Elizabeth home.
Absolutely. No, it's
So-
the biggest party in Columbia.
It
And
is.
if you're
This
not
is-
here, get
And
here.
it's starting right now.
Right now.
Here it
Yes,
is.
sir.
It's
Here
about
it
13
is.
police cars make their way down West 7th Street, moving towards Murray County Park.
Well, I'm
Mule
going to
Day
read this.
2026.
I'm
We're
going to
here.
read this quote from 1919 in a newspaper about Mule Day.
there we go.
I said it yesterday on the show, but I think it's applicable today as always. To those who have never witnessed First Monday in Columbia, which is now Mule Day, the street scenes were a revelation. It appeared the skies had suddenly opened and all the mules in the state had been dropped into the city. The streets were living, seething masses of mules from dusk to dawn. When darkness came, they disappeared as suddenly as they came.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Here
and
we are today.
they'll
There it is.
disappear Sunday.
Yes.
Mule Day 2026 is almost officially underway as the emergency vehicles make their way past our tent and the parade to follow. Apparently, this is supposed to be, Brady, and you could confirm this, a record-breaking Mule Day, which it seems like we keep hearing year after year when the weather's good, right?
Oh, when the weather's great, it just blows the numbers up. And this year's been great because it was predicted to be nice. Normally it's a guess, but this year they got it right on the
Yes.
right on the money,
We
and
need to
everybody's coming.
Thank the Weather Channel people.
Yeah.
You got that
I
right.
remember looking a couple of weeks ago, and it said 77 and perfectly sunny. So
Yeah.
that's what gets you excited.
Well, that's where you continue. There's our chief of police and city manager coming through.
Tony Massey passing us. The undercover vehicle. And the
You
parade
don't
just
want to see
follow.
that going down the road.
No, you do not.
Especially an undercover pickup truck. Now that's terrifying.
Yeah, that's the
That's
scariest
Sheriff
one.
Rowland right there.
Yeah, that's Sheriff. Yes, hey guys. Hey Duffy. It is neat that you know the people.
Yes.
And you can yell at them.
Yeah, that's what I love about Columbia is
Hello, Bucky Rowland.
there's Bucky. That's what I love about Columbia. You know everybody, and everybody knows you. And,
Exactly.
it's just a great, it's a big family.
Okay, now I've never seen this before. The
Hey.
city of Columbia has all obviously picked up a new technologically advanced fire truck. Is this
Oh, this
fire
is the
truck?
county. It's the county fire department.
It's
It's truck
turning
21
from
and
the back.
Yeah, isn't that fancy?
Yeah, look, he's up there controlling it. Look at there. Isn't that something? Wow.
Hey, and right behind the fire truck, you'll see all the major sponsors for Mule Day. We've gone high tech with a digital billboard.
Look at that.
So we can share that from the park all the way back here. Those are the people that you need to do business with and tell them they appreciate it, because they're the ones that allow Mule Day to do all we do for charity.
And if you're just listening to on the radio and you can't see what we're talking about, he said digital video board, not just a digital video board on the back of a trailer. It's on the truck.
Yes.
I don't even
The
know how
truck
that
is
works.
the billboard.
The truck
truck
is
is
the
the
billboard.
And here comes our Grand Marshal, Sterling Marlin, right
yes,
here.
yes. Our Grand Marshal, Sterling Marlin. I'm trying to watch the feed to see where we are. Okay, we're good. Okay.
There he is.
You
Yes.
got best mule mounted entry
That's
right
right.
here,
Yes.
followed by George Washington,
Washington.
the father of the
George
American
Washington.
mule breeding,
Yes.
There's
and
Mr.
he is
Sterling himself.
the top Costo mule.
Yeah. Okay. Trivia. What
Okay.
was George Washington's mule named?
Oh, I'm just going to have to throw something out there.
Royal Gift. It was from King Charles III.
Oh, I thought that was his name, Royal Gift. Okay,
No,
let me
the,
guess.
the mule was
mule's name was
Royal
Royal Gift.
I'm going to say it was.
It was Royal Gift.
Oh, it was Royal
From the
Gift.
King
Yeah.
of Spain.
Why did
the
you
King
tell me
of
so fast? I wanted to guess.
Oh well, I got more trivia for y'all today anyway.
You know, the Marquis de Lafayette, the year after that, gave him another
Yes.
jack.
And if you go to Mount Vernon today, they have a mule in the pasture.
Okay, there you go. Here's the
Hiller
Plumbing,
Plumbing,
Heating, Cooling, and Electrical Septic Service truck
The official plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical service of Mule Day.
with a little Kubota excavator on the back of it.
We got a World War II Cecil Whiteside.
Oh, he's 104 years old. Looky there.
Fantastic. And we got the Mule Day Queen in her cohort. Mule Day Queen Ava Sykes, Finley Ryan Keeling, the first runner-up, Gracie English, second runner-up, Kaylee Cruz, third runner-up, and Lila Webster, fourth runner-up.
Here's the Dixie Long Ears right here.
Yes.
They got him a dog on the back with him. You know, World War II veterans, we don't have many left.
No, we do not.
We're losing them way too quick.
And that's the greatest generation.
It is.
There's the Mule Man of the Year, Thomas Summers, excuse me.
Yeah, speaking of that, I brought my roommate that is originally from Chicago to Mule Day this weekend.
Is he in culture shock?
I told him this would be the most American experience that he'd ever have here on the radio, and we're going to get him on right here.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Drake, if you want to hand him your
Absolutely.
for just a second.
Yeah.
We're gonna tell Xander your first initial thoughts of Mule Day. What are you thinking about it so far?
Hey, I mean,
And keep it clean.
yes, oh, for sure. No, this is an amazing experience for sure. I've never been at something like this before, but this is awesome. This is just great. It's a nice sunny day. I'm just living life. This is great. This is American. This is freaking awesome.
This is America.
Red, white, and mule.
Red, white, and
Yeah,
mule.
what a great way to put it. Red, white, and mule.
That's the
Frick yeah.
theme this year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Xander,
Yeah.
I got a question. What were you most excited for? What were you expecting out of the parade here and this whole spectacle?
I really didn't know what to expect. Lewis said I'd be sick of mules by the end of it.
He may buy one today.
You want to buy a mule?
You know what? If we could
We
put
know
it,
somebody.
If we could put it in Lake Terrace, I'm all in. But I mean, yeah. So no, I'm just excited to see all the mules and kind of see how this relates to other parades I've been to. But this is freaking awesome so far. I mean, just seeing that fire truck, crab
Turning.
walk.
Yes.
That was.
What was that?
I don't. I've never seen a fire truck crab walk.
That's got me a little
like
sideways
such.
myself.
Fancy.
But yeah, hey, no, this is just a great event. So yeah, I'm loving it. So yeah.
Well, we're glad to have
appreciate
you.
your input. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna. Xander wants a picture of himself.
I do. I'm on the radio.
I'm on the radio.
Hey,
Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, Mom. Go Hawks. I love the Blackhawks. Chicago Blackhawks. Go Hawks. All right. We'll see you guys.
We just had the young Miss Mule Day Queen Keezy Harvey come through.
And Sarah
We will-
Elizabeth, we got the Star Wars crew coming up here
I know.
now. Look at
I
that.
know. Well, the
Oh, man.
Mandalorian's coming out, y'all. It's coming to theaters. Yeah.
Is it
in
really?
May.
A movie?
A movie.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I
Yeah.
guess
Yes.
that means I should watch the series then.
Yeah,
you
me
should
too.
get caught up.
I got to
You
get
should
caught
go.
up.
I
You
kind of
know-
lost me in Star Wars 27.
Well, I'll run down some of the winners, Mule Day Parade winners, and we're trying to catch them as they come through. As y'all know, the parade is moving fast, so we're trying to keep up the best we can.
At the speed of mule.
At the speed of mule. May the speed of mule be with you.
May the speed of mule be with you.
You say right here. Yep.
So first place in the best mule and wagon entry was number 9, Danny Vaughn. Number 16, second place is Will Mayberry. Best pony, mule, and wagon entry is Sloan Cochran, entry number 19. The best club float is the DAR and the SAR. That's the Daughters of the American Revolution and the Sons of the American Revolution. We've got second place is Miller's Thrillers. Best commercial float is Save the Day Solutions and Possum Holler Garage. We'll cover them when they get here in their red
they've got
cup.
3 amazing entries in it. We love it. They're a fan favorite, I guarantee it.
Best mounted mule entry is Cheyenne Dixon and then Vivian Reese, and then the best costume entry is Tiana Heathcote.
Wow. And we've got a bit of a gap here in the parade.
Yes, there's always a gap. I was in the band when the band used to march in this.
They don't
you
do that
always,
anymore?
No, because it's spring break.
Aw.
And I would always wear my old tennis shoes in the parade, and then I could throw them away.
You mean you didn't want to carry exhaust home with you?
No exhaust. No exhaust. I have been to several, I've been to the Fiesta Bowl and the Orange Bowl parade.
The dogs do not like
I have noticed on some of those they have
Captain
Cooper
America.
scoopers behind
They
them.
do, they do.
Captain America and Ursula, crazy crossover here
Yeah,
at the Mule Day Parade.
yeah.
I know the
Wow.
dogs were not a big fan.
No.
The Avengers and the Little Mermaid.
And they said no thank you.
Looks like the Blue Knights are coming up now.
Yeah, from Culleoka. They're a silent drill team from Culleoka. They are a very popular group from Culleoka Unit School. They'll be very tired.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they
will be.
will be.
I still remember marching in parades in JROTC in high school, and you're always worn out afterwards,
Yeah,
especially when you got to
absolutely.
keep in step the whole time.
I got 3 of my cousins in the group there in the Blue Knights.
Do you?
Oh,
yeah.
very good.
Really?
Name them off. Tell them who they
We
are.
got Lucy Marshall,
Hi, Lily.
Jacob Marshall, and Lucas Marshall. So I know their feet's going to be feeling really well after this march across Columbia.
Hey, at least they're not wearing cowboy boots like the rest of us. I don't think
There you
they can
go.
make it that
And hey,
far
we got
in these
Betty's
shoes.
coming up. I want to say hey, big shout out to Betty's.
Betty's Parkway.
Betty's helped sponsor the Mule Day Queen event this year. We thank you very much to Betty's. Go out there and get you a steak, good meal.
You know, when I
We
bring,
love Betty's Parkway.
when I bring
They're
someone,
one of our favorite
when
places.
When I bring someone new to Columbia, I always take them to Betty's Parkway because
It's a staple.
that's Columbia.
That's
It's a
Columbia.
staple. There is Bill Frist.
Oh, wow. Whitehall Farms.
Whitehall Farms from Cookeville, Tennessee.
Well, they made a pretty good haul down here with that trailer.
Marsha Blackburn campaign. Is she on there with him? I can't tell.
Yeah, she's right there.
There she is, yeah.
Hey, Amy.
There she is. I couldn't see her for a second.
She's got her own security team.
She does.
Smart.
Yeah, not that's-
Congressman John Rose.
Here's Mayor Chaz
Chaz
Mulder.
Mulder.
We're getting kind of all the political figures together right here. There he is.
Hey.
A
There's
shout out to me from the mayor.
Yes, there you go.
yeah.
Mr.
That's
Mayor,
fire.
do you have a message that you want to share over the radio? It is a
Yes,
great
it
Day
is.
in Columbia,
Absolutely.
Tennessee.
Absolutely.
is what Mayor
I,
Chaz Mulder said.
graduated with the mayor from Central High School
Y'all
in
in the same
2000.
class?
Yes, we were.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Small
Learn
world.
And then,
Every
and then
day.
I have told y'all how old I am.
Here's Redemption Cowboy Church right here.
Yes. And on the screen right now, we have We Deliver from Trips Ace Hardware. Look at those ferns, y'all.
Oh, wow.
Another one of our great sponsors. We appreciate Tripp and his team. Help us out every year. Make sure that Mule Day is profitable and can give back to the community.
You know, Tripp's such a great dude, and his float's never crazy elaborate, but the plants that he puts on here from his own store in their garden center at Tripp Salts Ace Hardware is always gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
$10 for a fern until supplies last.
That's
$4
a
per
good
person.
deal.
It is.
And
$10.
remember to water your ferns.
Always remember.
And y'all, right after the Marsha walkers, we've got the iconic floats we see at all the parades here in Columbia.
And that's Possum Holler Garage, y'all.
Yeah.
Which is actually right next to where Eli Height lives, who is standing right beside us. So he is pretty familiar with the Possum Holler Garage because they are next door neighbors or next field neighbors. But
The Muletown Ho, Billy.
The
Oh, Billy, and here's the radio flyer right
Yeah,
here.
the
a classic one.
the boat car was a vision that he had when he went to the local landfill, saw an old boat getting demolished. Then we got the radio flyer wagon, which is a fan favorite.
And the giant red Solo Cup.
And this is my favorite float of all time.
Mine too.
Oh, this is
My
fantastic.
5-year-old grandson doesn't think it's a parade unless a Solo Cup is in
And
it.
there's
Christmas parade, they couldn't make it. It was too cold. And when they went to the last float, he said, Papa, where's the red cup?
This float originates actually in my neighborhood. There's a shop in the backyard of one of the houses on my neighborhood where they store that thing. So whenever it's open throughout the year, you can catch a glimpse of it, and it's just like, okay,
red Solo
Mule Day,
Cup, I
reminder.
lift you up.
and it's fantastic.
And we really appreciate them coming. They are a fan favorite. Thank you to the folks out there at Possum Holler.
And we've got some mule ears coming up after the John Rose campaign walkers. Big tractor with some mule ears on it. I wonder
You
if they
can
paper
tell
mache
it's a-
those or.
You can tell it's a campaign year.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And we got behind that tractor a dual axle John Deere coming up behind a big heavy duty John Deere. Wonder what they're hauling. I see some American flags. Yeah. I'll tell you what, yeah, this is probably the biggest Mule Day I've ever been to.
Well,
These next two are part of Harness LLC. Their motto is build people and move dirt. They're also one of our corporate partners. Say big shout out to Harness. They help us do what we do.
Those mule ears are great. Somebody, obviously, those weren't
I
bought
took
on
some
Amazon.
time.
No, you don't get mule ears that size on Amazon. That's a fact.
Somebody sat down with a big sewing machine and put that together, so props to
Yes.
them for doing that.
And right behind them, we've got Tri-Green Equipment coming up with this big dual axle John Deere.
and they do take up the whole street.
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
they do. Yes.
It's planting time. It's getting ready for everything to start getting planted and everything. So be mindful on the roads with the tractors and the people that are driving them, and or the people that are behind them with the truck flashers flashing. Don't pass them on the double line.
Yeah, don't.
This might not be the
This is your
the last
safety
time.
announcement.
This might not be the last time that you see one of these tractors on the road here in Columbia. So just be mindful of all
Because
your
this,
farmers.
this still is a
supporting the
farming
large-
community.
Supporting the largest industry in our state, which is agriculture.
It is. But you know they're happy to be in the air-conditioned cab.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
How nice
once
is
you
that?
get an air-conditioned cab tractor, you do not
You
want
don't
to
go back.
You don't
You
go
don't go
back.
back.
You don't go
Nope.
back.
I don't remember quite well. Do mules have air conditioning on board?
No, well, if you're going at a fast pace,
You got to
yes.
go quick. Got to go at
Yeah.
a quick clip. Tri-Green is also a sponsor of Mule Day. We love what they do. They help us out, supply tractors and UTVs for us. Big supporters.
There's a Steve Eller float. Some really pretty mules pulling that wagon.
We had a mule that looked about like that named Slick Hickman. And he was a
Slick Hickman.
fantastic mule, but he and my dad did not agree.
Oh, okay.
Their mules sometimes are that way. You just
Exactly.
you get along with them or you don't.
It's like your horse. It's a one-person horse. So this is the best pony and mule wagon entry from Duck River, Tennessee, the Cochran family.
We've got representation from the University of North Alabama here at the radio station today. Brian McCullum, Jeremiah Grissom, Perry Bowman. Appreciate you guys being at the Mule Day
What's
Parade.
up, Perry? What it do, brother? Hey, I'm good.
This
dog.
next float
How'd
right
you feel
here.
about the red
This is
Solo
a
Cup,
this is
man? Hey,
a
and you got the red
reproduced.
Solo Cup.
A wagon.
That's a pretty wagon.
Well,
Or
that's a
covered
chuck
wagons.
wagon. That's a chuck
Oh,
wagon, and they
fantastic.
shipped that all the way from California.
Oh, wow.
Looky
and a pretty
here.
blue hero on the back of it, too. And this is cool. A lot of people probably don't know what this truck is, but this is a very limited edition Ford F-150. It's the Harley-Davidson edition that they made in the early 2000s. So
And that's
you
the
see that
first
going
place
by.
club float right here.
Yes, the SAR and the DAR. Wonderful heritage organization that will help you find your ancestors that fought in the American Revolution.
See, here I am talking great about this truck, and Turns out has an Alabama sticker on the back. I take back whatever I said about how cool
We
that
got
truck
Breeze
was.
homemade ice
Clayton
cream.
Drake, eat your hearts out.
Breeze
Yeah.
homemade ice cream. When we're out with the Front Porch Sports Network calling games throughout Murray County, Bree always comes if she's there and gives us free ice cream. So shout out to Breeze homemade
Look at
ice
the
cream. It's great
Army
stuff.
Medical Service Jeep. How fantastic is that? And it's fully outfitted, y'all.
Yes,
A 1954 M170.
that's awesome.
It's beautiful.
There you go. You
And
get
the
hungry, go down Puckett's on the square.
That's a great place
we
to
went
eat.
down there last night and had ice cream at Hattie James and sat on the square, and I thought how wonderful you get to go down to your hometown square and get to sit and have ice cream.
You see the notice the name of that? Trolley Parton.
Trolley Parton.
Trolley
That's
Parton. I like
Honk
that.
if you love Puckett.
Well, we got a little bit of a break in the parade right here as more floats come up to our location here at WKRM Studios on West 7th Street. I want to remind you again, 76 degrees and sunny. We're going to get up to about 80. Packed West 7th Street here in downtown Columbia, and we appreciate you tuning in and listening to us on the Front Porch Sports Network, or on the Front Porch Radio Network, not Sports Today. We're calling it Parade. But we appreciate you. 101.7 WKOM, 103.7 WKRM. Also live streaming at WKOM on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and on our website.
There you go.
At WKRMradio.com.
I have a bit of trivia while we got a little
Okay,
lull.
well, don't tell me the answer first.
I'm not going to tell you the answer. What brand of laundry detergent has a team of mules on its logo?
Currently? Now?
Yes.
That'd be cheating if I answered.
Hey,
it.
Brady
Gain.
knows.
It's not Gain. It's
No.
not Tide. It's not.
You would probably not guess this.
Is Bounty
But-
a-
No,
No.
it's Bor.
20,
It's
20,
Bor.
20 mules.
20 mules.
20 mule team.
Okay, what is it?
Borax.
Okay.
Borax.
And and it works. It works if you need it. We use it on our farm clothes.
Well, here comes Rotor Rooter.
Oh my.
Look at those mule ears on that truck, and then
Now
they got.
that is sculpted mule ears,
Look at
y'all.
that.
Look
That's
at
creative
that.
right
Look
there.
at the cigar sticking out of his mouth
love
too.
it.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And then they've got another float behind him. It looks like George Washington crossing the Delaware.
That's awesome.
That is
And
amazing.
Roto-Rooter, by the way, long-time sponsor and supporter of Mule Day. We appreciate everything they do.
I love what that says on the side of this trailer. It says 250 years, to forever. And our theme this year is Red, White, and Mule, as it's obviously the 250th anniversary of our country, the greatest country on the face of the planet,
Amen.
the United States of America. So hopefully 250 years to forever is an accurate statement.
Yes. And we
can
are
live
a
that out.
relatively young nation in comparison to the
We
rest
are,
of the
yes.
world.
And here they are, right in front of our. Look, he's got an electric guitar now.
This is great. We're gonna have to get a taller tent next year, y'all.
We are.
This is electric.
You know, we can see
Because
them
of
about
us tall people, we're having to lean over and look.
And here's Save the Day Solutions with another dancing mule dressed up as Uncle Sam.
Where did they find all these mules?
I know, this is crazy.
the
We're
internet's
gonna
a
buy
crazy
one
place.
for Drake, baby Drake
Okay.
to wear,
And
or Big
Big Drake.
Big Drake's probably not listening.
He said he wants to hop on with us in a little while. He's got some interesting mule facts to talk about.
Well, we will allow it, but we may not get the microphones.
Yeah. You can kiss the microphone goodbye. Great colleagues are coming on the air.
Bombs away.
Loud.
They're saying bombs away.
And we got Butler Holla from Theta, Tennessee.
Theta,
Up Les Robinson Road.
not Theta.
Not
It's not
Theta.
Theta, like the Greek, but it's Theta.
Theta Pike.
I do every now and then, once a year, I do how to pronounce Murray County names.
Yep. It's Murray, not Maury.
You're right. And it's Santa Fe, not
Santa Fe.
If you say Santa Fe,
We know
you'll get that. You ain't around here. Look.
You're right, yeah. And the Clydesdales, these are from, I can't see where they're from, y'all.
This is Gabe Howard right here on top of this. What looks like was once a mule-drawn fire truck. What it looks like. That's what they looked like back
That's
then.
pretty cool.
Clydesdales. When I was a child, the Clydesdales came, and I thought that was one of the neatest things ever.
Got a little stop in the parade here as
Yeah.
they
They're
try
ready.
to.
Yeah, it's quite an operation getting them in too,
These
because
Clydesdales
they
have some
travel with a
personality.
big entourage,
Yeah, they do.
Of course.
multiple semis. It is
Yes.
quite the operation.
And we're
What
not
do we
even
do?
near finish here as we're sitting at just 8 minutes past the bottom of the hour, 11:38, working on 39, and
They're
still floats turning off of Carmack Boulevard onto West 7th Street.
They're from Maysville, Kentucky. Beautiful animals.
They are.
They are fantastic. If you have never been next to one of them, it will make you feel like a small person.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Their tails are in ponytails. That's
Yes.
Oh, I like
and
that.
that,
That's an interesting touch.
helps so you don't have to wash the tail later. But
well,
they do
that
get
makes
their
sense.
tails washed.
I'll tell you who's coming up here. Mossy Oak Properties is coming into frame now.
It's a good
We
looking
got
truck.
Dr.
And Dr. Joey
Hensley,
Hensley
our
is
state
passing
senator.
us. And let's see, we've also got, let's see, the Happy Mule Day Heritage.
Never mind. I'll tell you in a minute. Sorry. I couldn't see. There we go.
You got
Eric
Mr.
Pravetti?
Eric Pravetti.
Yes.
Heritage Funeral Home.
Heritage
coming
Funeral
right out.
Home. Yes,
Yes.
that's who it was. I couldn't read it. And they've got the, they actually call that motorcycle hearse the Tombstone hearse is what they call it.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually what they call it.
Oh, yeah, it has the name on it.
Yeah, see?
He's not lying.
No, that's actually what it's called.
I mean, I really can't think of a cooler way to go out.
Except for a mule-drawn horse.
Here's
If you put that on the back of a mule,
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
a trailer on the back of a mule, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Here's the Murray County Republican Party coming through.
And their
Yep.
float.
Just the Republican Party.
They're in an old Chevy
Nobody else.
2500.
And then
There
we
you go.
got,
Look at them all
Yeah,
dressed
there's
up. We
all
got
of
George
them.
Washington
Skirt.
on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say
job,
the,
guys.
the hoop skirts did not come into vogue until the 1860s, 1850s, 1860s.
And here's Summertown Medals.
Here we go. There's something interesting to look at.
And they are another one of our good sponsors.
Yes.
Thank you to Summertown Metals.
Great parade. So, you know what? I'm still looking forward to seeing if Miller's Thrillers comes through here. You
I know, that'd be
Well,
great.
they did win second
then they will
place.
be.
Second place in the float, wasn't it? Or
Yes.
the commercial float? Or
I got to be
Well,
honest.
every time, around Halloween, you can hear them from our farm.
Miller's
If the
Thrillers,
wind is blowing just right, you
Right.
can hear the music and stuff.
their float or their float's always one of my favorites. They always put on a great show when they come to
Miller's
Mule Day.
Thrillers?
Yes.
I got to be honest here. They've always, especially when I was a kid coming to Mule Day, they terrified me.
Terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the guy with the big arms. If you know
Oh,
what
yeah.
you've been
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
Hey, and if you-
And it still maybe freaks me out a little bit.
It
So
is
If you haven't gotten-
to
It is
step
a-
away for a second.
if you haven't gotten your mule fill, you got Bluegrass and Mule Festival. That happens in Shelbyville sometime in September. Check them out.
And in Chevrolet, they used to have the Great Mule and Donkey Show
They
back
did.
in the day.
They did.
And it was fantastic to attend. The Shriners, a wonderful organization.
Yep.
They used to drive little cars when I was little in the parade.
Cars and tricycle motorcycles and all
yeah.
that.
And then behind them,
Is some of the
Shriners
little,
Hospital.
They
Look
are
at those
the
little semis.
cars
That
and
is
the little
fantastic.
semis.
They are.
So if you're just listening on radio, let me kind of describe this. Obviously, it's some type of go-kart that the frame was taken off, and they built a semi-truck looking frame around a small go-kart and then built their own trailer. So it's a semi-truck on maybe a 1/8 scale,
How
maybe
cute
even less
is
than
that?
But it's so cool. I bet that's so fun to drive up and down West 7th Street for
You
sure.
could get on campus pretty quick with that.
That
Everybody
would be fantastic.
That would
to
be
have
awesome.
in college to get the class in.
Oh, it would be amazing.
You know, now they have the bird scooters all over the place that
Oh,
people
yes.
ride, and you
Yeah.
scan your phone. Let's replace the bird scooters with some mini semi trucks.
There you go.
I'm all for that.
People get off the
Urban
court.
areas.
They get off the walkway when you
Stamp
came
it
through.
right now.
Yes,
I'm all for that.
But y'all also have the little Chick-fil-A robots on campus
Yes,
now.
yes, which is
Which
more
is
similar
very
to this.
interesting.
Those are fun. I love the robots.
I love this. This is my winner so far.
I want the keys.
Me too.
Give me the keys.
This is my winner so far.
That would be. We could do the radio show.
Well, and the Shriners, they've got a lot of folks here today. I mean, they've got
They
a
do.
lot of floats, a lot
Yeah.
of different people.
Still coming.
Yeah, they are. These are the greeters right here coming up.
And they help so much with burned children at their burn hospital.
Great organization.
They are
great
fantastic.
organization.
I had a great uncle that was a Shriner.
And the Shriners are still coming through.
It's kind of warm under the tent, y'all.
It
It
is.
must be 6
Now,
floats coming
right
through.
behind them is the Tennessee Army National Guard. And, thank you to everyone who's out there serving. My dad served 33 years in the Army National Guard. Very proud to have served.
I wonder if it's air conditioned in there.
I don't know.
Hope so for
I
his
hope
sake.
so.
That
for
might
his
be
sake.
why they have the back hatch open, because it might not be. I think, Sarah Elizabeth, are we looking at the end of the parade down there?
I don't
At the
think
I don't
so.
think so.
No, there's more around in the corner.
There was a big
Wait,
break right there.
Wait, there's more.
We're just getting warmed up here at
Yes.
the Mule Day Parade.
Now, when you see a huge group of horses, and is the mounted patrol here this time, Brady?
I believe they're bringing in the back. I believe
Okay.
I believe
when
they're
we
in the
see
back.
the mounted patrol from Metro, we know. We know.
That's a good way to end the parade is with
It
the
always
mounted
is,
patrol.
yes,
That's a
absolutely.
perfect way to end the parade. We got some more covered wagons coming up.
Yes.
That's my favorite. Those are my favorite things to see in these parade, are the covered wagons.
And it's neat to see the mule train, Brady. Can
Yes.
you
Well,
explain about
most of these entries right here were in the mule train. The mule wagon train comes in about 60 miles, starts on Monday, and arrives Wednesday afternoon. And that really is the kickoff for Mule Day, is when the mule wagon train comes in.
Wow.
And these things are interesting. A lot of them have batteries. They got lights. They got turn signals. They got hydraulic brakes, sound systems, you name it. These guys, they travel, and it's kind of what they do. They go on rides around the country, and these things, some of them are pretty plush inside.
Now, do they stop? Do they stop to sleep? What do they? Well, how do they?
how did they sleep?
Yeah, how do they do that?
Sleep?
Well, they camp out. They have places set along the route for the wagon train, and they camp out. A lot of them pre-position their motorhomes and whatnot. So there's all levels of that, from tent to motorhome.
Oh,
That's
hey,
some of my
Marty.
family.
Well, that's
Marty's my
Yeah,
cousin.
look at here. We
Yeah.
got co-op coming through. All right. Thank you to the co-op. They're another one of our big supporters.
Well,
We
Drake,
love co-op.
Marty's son married my cousin.
Really? Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Amber's your cousin? I didn't know that.
Not Amber.
Oh, not Amber.
Justice.
You know who I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But yeah. Marty's father-in-law, my uncle, was Mule Man 2019, Charles Martin.
Yes.
So just that family has been in mules for forever. Great family. Great family.
Some beautiful horses and mules coming through. All right, Brady, explain to the public how you get a mule.
Well, you get a mule, you take a mare, and you breed it with a jack, a
Okay.
donkey, and that's how you get them. And, some of the differences that people don't realize is that donkeys are basically a mountain animal.
Right.
Horses are a plains animal.
Yes.
So their reaction to stress is different. A horse, first thing, is run. Donkey's got to think about it, because if you just go run helter-skelter on the side of a mountain, you might not make it. That's why donkeys, or mules, when they're spooked, a lot of times they'll just stop and look, because
Yeah.
they're thinking, what do I do?
Yeah.
Kind of like that jack.
And they're very protective of their territory. Our mule was very protective of his pasture, and he would chase us
Oh,
if
yeah.
he didn't want us in the pasture.
Yeah, we had a mule one time named Scarlet, and she wouldn't let any other animal except our family animals in the pasture.
Wow.
This
like-
is
There we go. Stan McNabb
Grab
Murray
and
County Fair.
United Farmers Co-op again.
Yes.
Hey, United Farmers Co-op, we love you guys.
And the FFA, I see some FFA ladies and gentlemen on there as well, and they're promoting the Murray County Fair, and they're going to have bulls, broncs, and barrels.
It's always good to have FFA involved in this. That is
Say
a
that
great
10
organization.
times fast, y'all.
Bulls,
Yeah.
Bronx, and barrels.
Barrels.
Bulls, Bronx, and barrels. Nope.
Nope,
nope.
nope. It's
Oh,
like
I'm
it's
not
like
even gonna
that Peter
try.
Piper picked a pickle peppers.
Yeah, say that
Yeah.
6 times fast.
Yeah,
I'm not
so,
going to do that.
I'm not going to do that. Well, we got another lull in the parade, but the parade, it has always been when people were able to showcase their hometown and everything. But, Livestock Day, when it began, you would bring your livestock to town to sell. So
Right.
you would get a new mule or something. My grandfather rode a mule from downtown Columbia to Carter's Creek
Wow.
when he was a
Okay.
boy. But this is all, and every crowd they claim is the largest crowd. But that's what it says in all the newspapers and stuff when you're looking up things.
And we've had numbers depending on which media outlet from 100,000 to 250,000. And so you never know what they're going to say.
No, you do not. And
we have had, though, the city has some technology now, and they actually did a count. And a few years ago, it was 145,000. So the number's large, but I'm not sure if it's 250.
I'm not either.
I'll tell you, there's a few things. Just a reminder while we got a little lull here.
Yes.
2 o'clock, the knife auction, the collector knife auction will take place at the park, and that is on the main stage. Will be the Bridle and Saddle Club donates the first 10 knives out of the 500 collector knives. All 100% of the proceeds go to charities throughout the county. We help battered women's shelter, homeless shelters. Go out there, bid on a knife, and claim that number, 1 through 10. Help your community.
So, another just lull conversation. You know, mules are classified differently, right? You got a cotton mule that weighs between 900 and 1,050 pounds.
Wow.
You got a sugar mule that's 1,110 pounds to 1,300 pounds. And so, you know, they're classified. They're also bigger. You got gated mules and you got mammoth mules. You got all kinds of combos, mini mules. You got it.
There's a mule this year in the Skillington barn that is over 19 hands.
My gracious.
That is perhaps the biggest mule in the world.
Can you explain about hands for people that don't?
I can.
I'm an equestrian, so I know.
I can.
But
a hand
the
is
public
4
does not.
inches. So you take 4 times 19, that's how many inches the withers are. The base of the mane, that's where you measure from, and that is one big mule.
That is a very big mule.
Don't mean to butt in here, y'all, but here's Williams Funeral Home, and they're giving out fans.
Oh, I'll take a fan.
Yeah.
May I have a fan?
They're giving out free hand fans.
Are they going to have somebody fan us? Because, you know, we might have both hands busy.
Oh, thank you so much. Nothing beats a funeral home fan, y'all.
Yeah, I know. Nothing beats a funeral home fan.
Williams Funeral Home is on it.
Thank you. And then
Thank y'all.
right behind them is Overdose Awareness Day.
This is August the 31st.
Yes, that's wonderful. There's people going around spreading awareness for that because it's unfortunately it's a real thing.
Sorry, y'all are hearing feedback on our fans. We're kind of hot under this tent. It's kind of
It is
an
warm
oven under
today.
here.
It is warm today, but we're not going to complain because we're not having thunderstorms or tornadoes.
No, I have worn stocking caps and jackets and coveralls to
Yes.
the Mule Day Parade,
Yes.
so I'm very happy to be.
We've had everything from snow to you name it.
Yes. And so many people are on the floats this year. This is fantastic.
The community comes out for Mule Day, and we appreciate every one of them. Everybody from town, everybody that's not from town, we appreciate them coming to Mule Day. Encourage y'all to head out to the park and check out the mule pull and the mule shows, and all the food is calorie-free.
Calorie-free.
Calorie-free. You can eat anything you want out there,
Yes,
and
you
it is
can.
holiday calorie
There you
counting.
go.
Holiday
There you
count.
go.
Well, we
hey,
got-
here's Miller's Thrillers right here.
Right
Uh-oh.
before them is the weather down in Muletown. Thank y'all for the weather.
Yes. Thank you.
Those are our
I don't know
weather
if you guys
people.
had anything to do with it, but we appreciate it.
We love them. Kevin and Bobby keep us informed when storms are coming through. We
Yes.
absolutely love them. I get on Facebook immediately to see what they're saying.
Well, there's no hype. They just tell you the facts. You know,
They
a lot
do.
of the weather you get is all hype, but
Yes,
they just tell you the facts.
They do tell you, and I, as a lineman's wife, my husband works for Columbia Power. I am so happy to have a local source to know
Yes.
the weather. And this is Miller's Thrillers. I don't know where our big Lou went.
That's what I'm saying.
He told you he was scared of it.
Well, oh yeah, I guess
He
he
was
is.
scared.
He went and hid.
He went and hid. I'm all for it, though. I love the Miller's
Miller's
Thrillers.
Thrillers. And they're all decked out in red, white, and blue.
It's
Good
amazing.
you.
This is too much like cardio.
It is.
Take your time. Hollandworth Law, and they're convertible. How lovely.
And then
We are having a
Potty.
Potty.
Good play on
Pate.
words.
that's
there.
East Side
Animal Hospital.
Animal Hospital.
And thank you to the veterinarians that keep our animals healthy.
Amen to that. And here's the Culleoka Theater Program presents Ghost Island.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It does. I like that.
That was a great play. They put that on when I was in high school. It's a fantastic production.
Senior plays and plays like that in school are recycled
Yes.
every so many years, and it's so wonderful.
It is.
Can I get a mic?
No mic. No live mics for
They're trying to trample him now.
We don't want to have to pay the FCC.
Definitely not.
No, we do not. This is a family show. This is a family show. And looks like we've got us another wagon train coming up behind these guys.
I like, Brady, how y'all mix in the wagons and the mules and the horses in between the floats and
Well,
stuff.
I'm going to take a minute here and give a shout out to Mandy Mills. She is the chief of the parade, and I'm telling you, she is the rock star, the queen of the parade. She does all this organization all year round, does a marvelous job. Hats off to Mandy Mills.
Shout out to Aunt Mandy. Way to go. That's my aunt.
Is it? Well, it's fantastic.
There we go.
It takes a village, Brady,
does.
to pull this off, and
yeah.
y'all have done it, and a wonderful job. And y'all, people don't know, this is not something you come up with overnight.
No.
Y'all have meetings throughout the year.
All year long. We'll
and
take 2 weeks off after Mule Day after we get it packed up, and then come May, we're back at planning next year.
And that's the time, because it's still fresh in your memory to figure out what went wrong, what went well.
After action report, you got to write it down or you'll forget.
You'll forget, and that's so good. And I have helped with a lot of events and stuff. I would keep a note. I would put notes in a folder, and
How's
at
it
the
going,
end and
Miss
go back
Schuyler?
through.
Now this group right here with the wagon train, they were actually in the wagon train that came in on Wednesday. Hey, there we go. There's Mackenzie riding that black and white spotted horse over there. She's one of them. She puts together and helps ramrod this operation.
If y'all haven't talked about it already, Brady, while just the mules are coming by, talk about your involvement a little bit and what you do, because I know a lot of people listen to Mule Day Mondays, but there's probably a lot more people listening right now that haven't heard
Listen
of
to Mule Day Monday every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Plays again at 4 in the afternoon. We appreciate our partnership with Front Porch Radio, and it gives us an opportunity to showcase Mule Day year-round. Keep it in front of people's mind, keep them know what we're doing. And my official title is advertising director. Me and my staff, we put together the Mule Day program you see all over the Middle Tennessee. We do that. We work with them on the website and social media, and so it's quite an operation.
Yes.
They're quite a team.
Absolutely.
Well,
One of
and
my favorite Mule Day
book,
parades
your
so far.
information book that y'all put out every year is phenomenal, because it gives you a one-stop shop to see what is happening, where, know how much ticket prices are for things, and it helps all of us, especially on the radio, to tell what's going on. We know exactly what's going on.
Well, we appreciate that, and it is a big job, but we try to get it all wrapped up so it's ready to come out right after the first of the year.
And that because everybody's planning to come to
Mule Day plan starts early.
And Mule Day is a week later this year due to Easter, so it'll be back to normal.
First, second, and third next year in 27.
How fantastic is that?
Yeah. April Fool's Day will kick off Mule Day.
And it won't be a fool. It's real.
Unless you don't come.
Yeah.
Wow, Chick-fil-A's coming up now, and they got the cow on the back of the truck.
Eat more chicken.
They've even got the dairy cow spots on the white Ford F-250 truck that's pulling the actual Chick-fil-A mascot behind us, so that's cool to see.
The people that run the Chick-fil-A here in Columbia are just fine people, great people there.
Now, I'm trying to figure out, do they really sell into this and actually... Okay, it's just paper.
It's just paper.
If they actually painted it?
If they actually painted the truck to look like that, but it's just paper. But you know what? We'll respect the effort.
Right behind them is Mama's
regardless.
Country.
Mama's Country,
There
go
it is.
Winding.
Yeah, go shake a leg.
Yes, absolutely.
And then this one, we specifically said we would mention them. Here comes the Noah's Ark we were told about earlier today.
Yep,
from the Bridge Church.
The Bridge Church. If I'm not mistaken, they still meet at Columbia Central High School on Sundays in their auditorium.
Actually, they have gotten a building now on the National Highway.
That's awesome.
And they're bringing pizza to everybody.
Love to see it.
Great plug.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Noah's Ark from the Bridge Church.
They're on the Nashville Highway now in Northway Shopping Center.
It's even got the rainbow going through the floor.
Beautiful.
And now, I saw this just a second ago, and now I'm getting pretty excited because we've got the classic car portion of the parade coming through. And it looks like they're trying to dodge some mule excrement as they come down. As I probably would be, too, if I was driving something as cool as
mule
what they're
exhaust.
in. Yes,
There's an
absolutely.
old Bel Air right here. These are nice old cars right here.
I wish one of them would honk one of their historic horns. I
agree.
Got a looks like a 65 fastback Mustang coming up. We've got a couple of cars, and then a Pontiac Trans Am with that classic
T-top.
Yes,
Just like
the
Smokey and the
T-top.
Bandit,
Yeah,
baby.
Smokey
Yeah,
and the
Smokey and the
Trans
Bandit.
Am. It's got the
Eastbound
same
and
paint
down,
job.
y'all.
Loaded up and trucking.
You know, that's that is
There's
actually.
our friend Randy Notley in one of his cars. Hello, friend. Hello, friend.
That Trans Am is my dream car.
It's my dream car.
I've wanted one since I was in middle school.
Yeah, me too, man. That's just.
It's a
and
sweet car.
and it's perfectly done. That's just
It
gorgeous.
is. Eastbound and down, baby.
Hey, let's ask him. Can we give us something for the radio?
Can you give us something for the? No, he can't hear me.
Okay, well we tried.
His engine's too loud for us.
We wanted to get a little.
Let's see
rev
if he's
on
got
radio.
see if he's got the Bandit license plate. No, he doesn't.
So 99%.
Is that a
Realistic.
Yeah,
That's a
that's one of
Lamborghini.
It's green.
Here comes Charlie Hatcher right here.
That is. I believe that's
That
actually
is-
that's a Corvette.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is a
Sorry,
Corvette.
y'all.
Not sure what
Corvette.
year. 59, 58, something like that.
Corvette.
56. It's on the tailgate.
Charlie Hatcher.
There's Chris Chumley right
Yeah.
there.
Chris Chumley, one of our own.
Where's your tennis shoes, Chumley?
There's Mr. Charlie Hatcher himself.
Chris Chumley.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay.
How you doing,
Good,
Mr. Hatcher?
good,
Good to
see
see
ya.
you. His family back there with him.
They have the best chocolate milk.
They do.
It's so good.
Hatcher
It is so
Family
good.
Dairy,
Yes.
the best chocolate milk, y'all.
Here comes another wagon train.
Second to MTSU's chocolate milk.
Do you think it's second?
I think.
I think they're very close.
They're very
Those
close.
are definitely the top two, though.
Yes.
But they're kind of in that place where you really can't put one over the other because they're
No.
just both that good.
Yes, they are both good.
Another long line from the wagon train. These people coming in, got them all over the place.
So do they have TVs in their wagons?
You know, I haven't seen a TV. I've seen a lot of sound systems, but no TVs yet. But I bet you at least one of these wagons has got some kind of TV.
You could be watching the Masters right now as you
Yes.
are in the Mule Day Parade.
There
Yes,
you go.
I wonder how they are going.
That'd be my perfect day.
Yes.
As you have that sick Masters shirt on,
We're
Lewis.
repping the Masters today.
beautiful.
I actually had a University of Tennessee golfer that was in the amateur tournament this past couple of days, Jackson Harrington.
Yes.
He did not make the cut, but still.
Hey,
was
that's
at
a
the
big deal.
Masters.
That's a big deal.
That's a big
Absolutely.
feat.
19 years old. I think he went 6 or 7 over par,
Yes.
but
Lord,
Wanna
I
shout
can't
him
even
out.
spell par. What are you
Absolutely.
talking about?
Yeah. One of those words with different spellings each time.
yep.
Yeah, and different scores each time, too.
Different scores, different spellings.
91 to 191. I'm Mr. Consistent.
That's the key to golf is consistency. You're on the right path.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's bad consistency.
As long as you're consistent.
As long as you're consistent.
I'm consistently inconsistent.
There you go.
That's my
There you
problem.
go. See, it's all about perspective,
But you're
folks.
still consistent. And that's all
That
matters.
is fact. That is a fact.
Well, I've ridden in the parade most of my life, and you have to have your constitution ready to ride all day on your horse if you get in it, or in your carriage if you so choose. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
Look, my lovely husband brought me lunch.
well, look at that. Aren't you
Look
lucky?
at there. Shout out
There you
Sean
go.
McLeod.
Sean McLeod.
Sean McLeod, a man of the people.
He's good. He's good. He takes care of me.
He does. He's a good man.
Yeah, I mean, that's also something to think about is that this is a long route for these people to travel and for the
Yes.
mules to travel and for people to walk.
And most of the mules came from the park all the way around, then got in line, and
So
then
they-
go through. So
They've
you know,
done their
it's a
work
long day
today.
for them.
as a spectator, you're just seeing them for 30 seconds going by you, and that's all you think about really on the face value of it. But these people are walking and riding a pretty long ways.
Yeah, they
Started
are.
early this morning,
It's a
getting ready,
challenge,
getting
yes,
in line.
Absolutely.
Yep.
When you ride in it, you have to get up so early, and you have to get everybody. You have to make sure your tack's in the right place because you don't want to get to town and don't have something for the harness.
Yeah, because the crowd's too bad to leave and go get
Yeah.
it. You're stuck.
You're just stuck, and you're hoping somebody that's with you has a piece.
You could end up as a spectator.
Yeah.
And You know, it's still coming. I can see all the way down there. They're still making that turn.
Well, we told you at the top that this was a record parade.
Is it?
Yeah.
And we didn't just say that. It is a record-sized parade.
It is a record parade.
Yep.
So from the time they started on Carmack Boulevard, which I assume is down there close to the railroad bridge on Carmack.
Yes,
Yes.
just this side where Main crosses. That's where it starts.
Is where they start.
Yeah.
We're at an hour and 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
And they're still coming around the
And they're
corner.
still coming around.
That is fantastic.
It's just awesome to see all these people together today.
Got Cross Country Church coming up with a nice float.
We got the Whataburger folks right here behind
I
them.
cannot wait for them to open, y'all.
Me too.
Hey,
Me too.
the 28th is the day. The 28th is the day. Get in line early. There's going to be special prizes for the first in both drive-thrus and at the front door, so make sure you're first at Whataburger on the 28th.
They actually just opened up a new Whataburger on the Strip in Knoxville.
Yes, they did.
I have not had it.
Oh, it's so good.
And I've never had Whataburger, but
You will love it.
You will love
seems
it.
like
You will
it's
love
pretty
it.
popular,
You will
especially
love it.
since little old Columbia is getting one of their own.
Absolutely.
It is, Lou, it is so good. I highly recommend it. It's amazing.
So Drake Pugh's going to be excited when they open up. in
Amen,
Columbia.
brother.
He's going to be the first one at the door.
Yeah.
I sure am. My girlfriend and I will be first in line.
Let me
You're
know
gonna
what
you're gonna
prizes
sleep
you
on the
get.
pavement.
Yeah.
You could pull your car up, be first in a drive-through because they got 2 drive-throughs.
Yeah, I could do
So
that.
sleep in the car.
Got the Rolling Hills Community Church passing us now. Good. How y'all doing?
Good morning.
Thank you.
Nice to have positive feedback.
It is. It always is. We've got
I'm glad we're getting positive feedback.
Superior Outdoor Service, SOS, coming up with a couple of trucks.
It is time to get your yards ready, y'all.
It is.
It is.
But
They
there's
look like they
still-
could do it.
There's still a chance for frost, though, so be careful.
See, that's the type of shout out that we would not be able to get if we were on the porch.
Nope.
We're on the street. We're able to talk to the folks.
Yes.
This
They
was
were
a great.
usually pretty
This was a
separated.
great idea.
Yeah, it
Yes,
was.
I was cautiously optimistic. Let me. I will put that out there. But we're so excited to be
Thompson Cat coming to
on
us from Laverne,
the
Tennessee.
pavement
Well, Sarah
today.
Elizabeth, do you think this is a new tradition we've started?
I think so, but
think
we
so,
need
too.
some fans.
Yeah.
I think I like this more than being on the porch even.
I do love our porch because we got good wind on, like a good breeze on the porch. Hyundai and Ford of Columbia. Look at that new Bronco, y'all. Woo!
Yeah, looky there. And we got Columbia State coming up behind them. Go Chargers. Go Chargers. Sarah Elizabeth, you're an alumni.
Sports guy.
I'm not.
You're not.
I went straight to MTSU.
Well, I am an alumni of both Columbia State and MTSU. So very proud to see my alma mater coming through.
Absolutely, Drake.
Yeah. There's the boys right there. And we have yet another wagon train coming up behind them.
I love it.
That's about, what, maybe the 4th wagon train today?
Probably,
Yeah, it's just
probably.
awesome to see how many folks have come from all around.
I'm shocked that none of them have brayed yet. They hadn't honked their horn and
It's a
told us about
quiet
it.
mule parade. The mules are on their best behavior.
They're tired. It's hot, but they are bred for this work.
That is true. That
You
is
know-
true. But they're most of them are still, you notice, wearing their winter coats. So
Yes.
today's unseasonably warm weather has got them going, got them
Yes.
sweating.
And I saw the American Gaited Mule Association come through. Those are some of the smoothest mules I've ever ridden in my life, and they're beautiful.
Yeah, we had the Gated Mule Championship last night, and that was always a big crowd pleaser. Tennessee Walking Mules.
Just want to get a quick update here from my roommate Xander
Oh,
that
yes.
has never experienced Mule Day before, and I think this is a good perspective for anybody that's listening to us. Dude, we just talked about it off the air. You probably want to come back every year now. You're having a blast, right?
Yeah, you know, hey, this has been a great experience. I mean, every weekend, you know, every year, this weekend lines up 2 events. It's Mule Day and the Masters. And I hate golf, so I will be here every year from here on out because this is freaking awesome. So,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mule Day beat the Masters. I'm
yeah,
on,
you
man.
want
I'm
to
on.
see it. I
on
mean,
the
yeah.
mark, on the mark.
On the mark.
Xander, we appreciate your input. So that I think You know, I was trying to get that word. He just said that to me that he'd come back every year because this is his first time.
Now we got to
Somebody
get
from
him
out of
on a
time.
mule, though. We got to get him on a mule.
We could probably get him out on a mule.
Hey, you know, if I could ride a mule, that would be freaking awesome. And, like,
Okay.
that would like complete my weekend. Like if I had a checklist, you know, first was getting on the air, and you know, Lewis Maddox made that happen. So that was freaking awesome. You know, seeing mules was definitely next, and then you know, riding a mule that would complete the weekend. That would the weekend would
We
be done.
need a Mule Day bucket list for the pamphlet.
Now that's a
next
good
year.
idea. But I'll tell you what we got. You go to the park, we got just the thing because people have never ridden a mule. We got mules out there that've never been ridden.
Oh,
Hey, you know, if we
It's the
need
perfect
we
combo.
need test dummies or something. I'm there. I'm there. This is it'd be freaking
Is
awesome.
your life insurance paid up?
You know, it has
you
done.
should probably call your parents.
I'm
There's
just
a
here for
taste
good
of
time.
Nashville
Wow,
right
that-
here.
This is a freaking rockin' bus here.
What do you think about the glitter on the bus?
Do they have that in
I mean,
Chicago?
it got my attention for sure. I mean, my God. I like the horns on the front. It's cool, too.
And you'll see it rolling down Broadway in Nashville tonight.
With the horn blowing and all.
I want to get on there. That seems like a good time.
That does seem like a good time, yeah.
That Middle Tennessee Firearms Training Booth.
They do
Float coming
wonderful-
through?
They do wonderful training. I have been in one of their training seminars. They are fantastic.
And here comes Jenna Lynn Drake. She is a State Farm agent. And right behind him is Bad Boy Tractors with a big old Peterbilt pulling them.
Oh, I love that guy.
Can you give me a?
Now that's the guy that knows his target audience.
Yes, he
Yes.
does.
I remember going down the interstate as a child in the back seat of the van. Going,
Oh yeah. See if you can get him to honk.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah Elizabeth, I've ridden down the highway in an 18-wheeler before, and that's the most fun
That is
part.
something I have not done, but I have ridden down the road in a dump truck.
Don't know if Sheila Hickman appreciated you trying to get the semis. To
No,
honk
I
at
don't
you.
think so. I don't. Shout out to Sheila Hickman. She's listening from our back porch today.
Sheila, miss you.
We
We
love
love you.
you.
We love you very much.
She said, "I'm not coming. I'm just gonna sit on the back porch and listen to y'all."
I
said,
wish she
"All right."
would have.
I
been
wish
here.
she would have too. We're missing her today.
But you can catch her and Jim Ross and Scott Sapecki and myself on Friday mornings on WKOM 101.7 on Inside Middle Tennessee. We have quite a large time.
The longest running show over these airwaves.
Yes.
By the way.
Yes. It is a fantastic show. We don't have format. Somebody asked me, do we have a run a show? I said, no such thing. I know that I do the history moment at the bottom of the hour, but everything else is just, we're just sitting there talking
Make
like
it up
friends.
as you go.
Yes,
I've
and we
Exactly.
have the best time.
I've kind of grown up on the show. My first appearance
Yes.
on that show, I was 15 years old.
And we're so glad you have grown up with the station.
I actually walked to the radio station to be on that show that Friday morning. So a very, very important show to me and to a lot of people.
Well,
in
it's
Murray County.
a very important show to me as well. I haven't been here as long, but that show is really where I got my education with working in radio. That's where I have learned how to operate a show, and it's just it is something I look forward to every Friday morning. It is my all-time favorite show. And,
Well-
I mean, we got to keep it going.
Now,
Yeah,
this-
Columbia Car Wash.
Yep, this 01 step-side
It is
Chevy
fantastic. Go get your car wash
GMC
there.
is
They-
always outside of the car
At the
wash.
car wash.
The Columbia Car Wash, the only hand wash car wash in Columbia.
And that truck is always outside of that car wash as a model.
Yes.
And I've wanted it like my whole life. It's been there the
It's
whole
a
time.
gorgeous truck.
It is.
I go once a month and get my car washed.
Do you?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Keep your car clean, y'all.
Got to.
Clean, you got to.
Look at the pony.
I got to take some notes. Car's a bit dirty right now.
Yeah, go get your car washed. That's the mother
Hey,
in me.
the-
Keep your car clean.
The drive from Knoxville will turn a clean car dirty.
Yeah.
for sure.
Really quick.
They're
What?
enthusiastic.
They're excited about something.
Now, you would call this number 65 that just went through the screen an omnibus, right? Because it's like a bus.
It is a bus. That is a mule. Actually, this was a horse-drawn bus, multi-seater. You go around, see the town.
How wonderful.
Yeah,
Just
what a
get
way
in
to
and
see
ride
it.
around.
Nice and slow.
Can you imagine riding to school in that, though? You'd be windblown when you got to school.
What I want to ride to school in is this one coming up.
This dune buggy right here.
After the Mount Pleasant Advanced School of Music
Music
trailer.
yes.
This dune buggy that's riding past us in just a moment. Now that looks fun to ride.
That does.
Yeah, it does.
That does.
That would be-
but it'd be fun in the summer.
It would be.
Would be.
It'd be fun today.
I had a cousin that had one of those. Those were always fun to ride on.
Yeah.
And we got Diamond Detailing 931 right behind him.
There's your detail too. For your car.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Heck yeah.
This is the best looking 3500 Chevy Express van in Columbia.
I'm so glad y'all know cars. I know nothing about cars.
Yeah, that is slick.
Listen to that.
It sounds like the fastest express van too.
I would bet money on that. Brady.
Yeah.
You said that's the nicest express van in Columbia. How about the whole state of Tennessee? That thing is
That's rad, ain't it?
maybe
Might be the whole country.
That
thing
clean.
is
A
rad.
Cat Eye Express Van 3500.
That
a
is
detailing
clean.
van
That is clean.
with spinners on it. That's awesome.
Stan McNabb is coming through.
Good old Stan McNabb. They do a lot for this community, and they're proud sponsors of ours here at Front Porch Radio.
Country boy Kathy is
There he
driving the
is.
2500.
It's a good looking truck right there. It's a very, very good looking truck.
It is. Yeah, we love you guys.
Love y'all.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Followed by a new Corvette.
For the country boys. Stan McNabb is for the country boys.
For the
That's what
country
I'm saying.
boys, Stan McNabb. Yeah, look at this.
I would like that Corvette.
That's a beautiful car.
Although
That's a
there's
very
not
pretty
enough
Corvette.
room for Ellie Grace. Maybe we'll leave Sean at home.
Y'all could fit. Just put Ellie Grace on the back wing right there. And
She'd be just fine.
She can hold on.
if you have a toe strap, just strap her in that way.
Right behind him is J&C Tree Services, LLC.
I'm sure they've been busy since the ice storm.
Yeah, that
and
was
the tornado.
bad for everybody else,
Yes.
good for their business.
Yes.
And behind all of them is another wagon train coming up. And we are just, folks, we are just having a ball out here. It is
Yep.
such great weather. We are just having such a ball.
They're still making the turn down there, I believe.
They are, yeah. It's. I think they are at least. Yeah.
An hour and 15 minutes into parade time. Brady, what's the average? I mean, how much of a record-breaking parade was this in terms of
I believe it's
number
about
of entries?
About 20% more.
Are you serious?
About 20%
Okay.
more. Yeah, it's jumped up. We're into the 400s. It is
400 entries.
big parade. Yeah, big parade. Big parade. And you know the thing about it was you see some of these will be one number for 6 units, six
Right.
horses or
Right.
6 wagons or whatever on one number. So
Kind of like the Shiners that went by. And
exactly, they had one number, but there's 6 or 7 units. So the numbers don't always jive with the actual number of things you'll see.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
there's plenty of them.
And that's one way to get rid of your mule and get your truck involved.
Absolutely.
Got a mule wagon pulled by Service First Industrial Tires.
They didn't want to deal with the mule. They just hooked the truck up. That's
He knew it was going to be hot, and he got his air conditioner
there you
going.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Smarter than us. I wish we had some air conditioning.
Yeah, me too. And we're joined now.
Let's get off my thing. Sorry.
We are now rejoined by Sarah Elizabeth Hickman McLeod.
I'm sorry. I'm a person of the people. I have to talk
Yes,
to
you are.
Ellie Grace, a Masters prediction. Who's going to win the Masters? Ellie the Greek. Is it Roy McIlroy?
Don't say that.
Is it?
That's the obvious answer. But give us something to talk about.
Who else? Tiger's not in it this year.
He's
Jordan?
not. Tiger's in jail.
Tiger's taking driving lessons.
Tiger's taking a vacation this year.
Who-
Jordan Spieth is making a climb today. He's 1 under right now.
Say Jordan Spieth.
George Speed.
Jordan
Yeah,
Spieth.
okay.
Let's
You
see.
heard it here.
Yeah.
Your click to win.
So from Ellie the Greek, go put that on FanDuel, and you'll come out with some cash on this Mule Day if
There
that
you
actually
go.
ends up happening.
If Jordan was to win it, that'd be a big payday.
Just remember us for her college.
Hey, and looky here, another one of our Mule Day sponsors, Bobcat
And
of Murray
Lou-
County.
And Lou, another one of our favorite parade types, is a big old. There's another 18-wheeler. That's more than
Yeah.
an 18-wheeler.
That's harness. Isn't that
That is harness, yeah.
LLC?
That is their patriotic rig. You'll see that in front of the entrance at the park. They're another one of our corporate partners, and we love what harness does. It helps us give back to the community.
You know, they say 18-wheelers, but there's actually 24 wheels on this car.
Yeah, that's a
on this truck.
24-wheeler.
That's a heavy hauler right there.
That I just counted.
Yeah.
That's so much fun.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, Lewis.
And there is Keith Baker pulling his mule wagon with his Massey Ferguson tractor
That's awesome.
and his overalls.
That's a nice old Massey Ferguson, too.
That is a slick old tractor right there.
And right behind him, we got an old Ford. What do they call those trucks, Brady? What do they call those old?
That's a stake bed.
Stake bed.
Yep, 1949 Ford stake bed. That one there would be used to haul livestock, and it'd have a ramp you pull out the back. That preceded horse and stock trailers. You just ran them up in the back of the truck.
Yep, we had a Charolais bull jump out of one of those.
Oh, no. Wow.
Was he Charlie Hamburger thereafter?
George A. Bull stayed there for a long time at the farm after that. He deserved his place there, but my grandfather said if he had a shotgun, he would have shot George A. Bull.
Your grandfather wasn't fooling around.
No, he does not fool around. He was a horse and mule person, but he did not fool around. If they misbehaved, there was punishment.
He was very disciplined.
But he was a horse whisperer. He was a mule whisperer. He had a rapport with them, and they knew he meant
You know, it's
business.
interesting. Some people just have that ability to communicate with equines at a level that most people don't have.
No. And they knew when he went out in the pasture, he was going to catch them. So I like to think I have a little bit of that in my heart and soul.
Nice pair of Belgians right there going by with a red wagon.
And that's how you get a draft mule. You get them from a Belgium or
That
a
is.
Clydesdale.
That
or
is. Use a
Perchman.
Mammoth Jack and one of those big Belgian mares, and you'll get you a fine mule. Start with a good mare, though. I can tell you that. Start with a good mare.
Got another little break in the parade here, and the next thing we're going to see up is I think the smallest pony we've seen in the parade so far.
Oh, sweet ponies.
That is a miniature of miniatures.
It is.
We're 10 minutes to the bottom of the 12 o'clock hour, 12:20 the time here, Central Standard in Columbia, Tennessee.
And they're still turning the corner.
They are still turning the corner.
It's definitely been a large parade this year. Like you said, Brady, record numbers when it comes to the parade itself.
You know who we haven't seen? The governor. Usually the governor shows up.
Where is Bill?
Yeah, where is Bill?
That's a good
Where
question.
is Mr. Bill?
Well, you know, it's election year, and he ain't running.
Yeah, so
Maybe
he
that's why he's
might-
not here.
That's probably why.
He's leaving room for everybody that's seeking to replace him.
Well, do you know how you get a henny?
A henny?
A henny.
That would be the reverse.
That would be the reverse of a mule.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So that means what?
You take a female donkey and a male horse,
That
and you
is
get
right.
a henny.
A stallion and a henny. A stallion and a jinnit
Yeah.
will give you a henny. And oftentimes a henny have more of the horse trait than the other way around with a
Right.
mule.
Right. And so we're talking a little bit, in lulls and stuff. Mules have 63 chromosomes, donkeys have 62, and horses have 64. So if you're in the scientific part of that. And that makes them 99.9% sterile. They cannot reproduce.
Very, very rare.
Learn
Very
something
rare.
new every day.
Wow, you do learn something new every day.
You do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're trying to be educational here at the Mule Day Parade.
Yeah, we do.
Love
we
it.
do. I did the I did 25 mule facts on the show yesterday. I had all kinds of fun mule facts for us and learned some things myself. So we'll just keep building the mule trivia for the radio station.
Well, and this is Mule Town, so we talk about mules not just Mule Day, Mule Week, but all the time,
Yep.
All the time.
year round.
Got Tiny Miss Mule Day Queen right here.
Aw. Little first runner-up, Little Miss. First, I'm so sorry.
Little Miss Queen, first runner-up preteen Miss.
I was
And
mixing
one
up the words. Thank
and
you.
one slick, jacked up, platinum, black
Super Duty truck.
F450.
Columbia Concrete, you see their pretty trucks throughout town.
And look at this old Mack truck coming up right here. That's a B model Mack right there.
And that is, you got to have 4 arms to shift that, dude.
Oh, my goodness.
That's got a triplex transmission, has 3 gear shifters
Yep.
to select your gears. Those
Three,
things,
that would confuse me.
3. Those were tough to operate.
That would confuse me.
Yeah, I mean, listen to that thing purr.
Yeah, I'm curious if does that have the triplex?
He didn't hear
You
us.
can't hear me.
It's probably too loud in that cab.
You might have to wear earplugs in the cab.
Those old trucks, those metal cabs will rattle.
Toot toot.
Here come.
Well, I do
We're
believe
getting toward the end. We're getting toward the end.
There's the tail end of it right down there.
There is the mounted patrol we were talking about earlier.
And there's Haley Olson passing by with a Dr. Pepper in hand. Former classmate of mine at Culleoka Unit School.
It's always good to see familiar faces out here.
It is. And then you would see people that you didn't know that had horses or mules, and you're like,
Yeah.
I didn't know this. You don't talk about this at school.
Right?
Look at the trotting they're doing here.
Yes. How beautiful.
As Snoop Dogg would say, the horse is hitting a crip walk.
Yes.
It is hitting the crip walk for
That
sure.
him and Kevin
Hart?
Hart calling the Olympics
That
in
was
the
great.
equestrian part.
That was awesome.
Fantastic.
Oh, I bet that was a sight.
Y'all should look it up on YouTube.
I need to go watch that. Yeah, I missed that.
Well, I can't believe we're at the end of the Mule Day
We're at
Parade.
the Marine, and it is 12:24-ish.
So when do we call it? When we hit that first police car?
Well,
Is that when we
no,
call
when we
the
hit
parade?
the cleaners.
The official,
Okay, the cleaners, okay.
official end is right here with the mounted patrol.
Okay.
Then you're going to have riders that did not have a number that wanted to join in. They fall in behind, and right behind them are the street sweeps, and that's the official end.
And they are
And
very
these
important
are
themselves.
the beautiful mounted patrol. Some of them are Tennessee walking horses, the state horse of the state of Tennessee, and the only horse to have a state name in it.
That's right. That's right. Thank you.
Well,
Well,
before we sign off here, I wanted to just say that this has been, I think, one of our best parade broadcasts so far.
I think so.
Amen.
And my mother would probably have counted my ums, and I don't think I did any ums this year, so I think we've done pretty well.
Oh, I counted 6 for
Oh, well, very good.
between
You know.
6 and 10.
Yeah,
gonna
and
keep-
I'm bad about throwing in an awesome now and then.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm that way too.
I pick a word, and I'm like, that's my word of the day.
Well, we just wanted to say before we sign off that we appreciate if you've stuck with us through the whole parade, or if you've tuned in for some of the parade or are listening to this now and you just turned it on. We appreciate you tuning in on WKOM and WKRM. Front Porch Radio from Columbia, Tennessee. We're nearing the end of the parade route. Lewis Maddox, Drake Pugh, Brady Carr, Peyton Calvert, Sarah Elizabeth, Eli Height on the call here today.
Ellie the
Ellie
Greek.
Grace. Ellie the Greek gave us a prediction on the Masters. Jordan Spieth, if you want to put a little coin down on the Masters, Jordan Spieth might be the one to go after since Peyton Calvert has been paying attention to it and gave her the advice to go with Jordan Spieth. We'll see about how that works.
We'll see.
Said that because don't want to put that on Ellie Grace, want to put that on Peyton.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, that'd be a
I'll
long
take
shot.
Put
That'd be a
that
long
on
shot.
Put that on my shoulders.
Well, it has been fun, gentlemen,
been fun.
as always. I love being on with y'all and calling the parades because it really, you get to see the whole parade.
It's
And you
the best front row,
best seat
best
in the
front row
house.
seat there is.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
We're
I'm
glad
going
to
to
have
exit
you.
stage left and run out. I'd like to invite everybody to come out to the park. Still a lot of things going on, shows, food,
And y'all gonna have dancing
fun,
tonight, right?
dancing, you name it. Everything's going on. So come on out to the park and enjoy Mule Day.
If you, have
right.
if you have a question about Mule Day and you're at the park and you see Brady Carr, he's wearing a red vest with a gray T-shirt that says advertising director on it. If you have a question about Mule Day, this is the guy you want
You
to
see
talk
him.
to
And
find out
or
what you want to find
anybody
out.
else in a red vest.
Anybody in a red vest would be
Well,
glad to answer your question.
Before we sign off, I will say one thing about Brady. He is the Mule Man.
He is the Mule Man.
He
Mule
is
Day
the Mule Man.
Mondays. Are y'all taking a break from that? Or are you gonna be
Oh
back
no,
on
we're going to be
Monday?
live on. You want us to join me at 7 a.m.
on Monday.
on Monday?
I'll see. I'll
Yeah,
see how my
That
schedule
7 a.m.
works.
gets everybody a little backing
Yes,
up. So
yeah.
we will see you later. I am going to jump in behind the emergency vehicles and exit this stage.
Have a good day, Brady. Thank you so much, and your committee. Thanks to the
Bye-bye.
Mule Day Committee.
Thank you,
Murray County
Brady.
Bright on Saddle Club. Y'all have a great day. Hey,
All
great.
right, guys, well, I guess that wraps up our coverage here of the Mule Day Parade here in 2026. WKRM, WKOM 101.7 and 103.7. Once again, thanks to you most of all for tuning in to the Front Porch Sports Network, or the Front Porch, I always say sports, to the Front Porch Radio Network. We appreciate you tuning in and sticking around with us for the Mule Day Parade here on West 7th Street. And we're going to go ahead and sign off now for Sarah Elizabeth, Brady Carr, Peyton Calvert, Drake Pugh, Ellie Grace, and Eli Height. I'm Lewis Maddox signing off from Columbia, Tennessee for the 2026 Mule Day